You need the. Is it pretty small? It's up to you.
Huh?
Is it pretty small? Oh, you just put it in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a plug too for the iPhone right there. I got a charger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there. It'll close. It's automatic.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's right there on the floor.
I can connect your one. Sorry.
Sorry? Yeah, right there. See, right? This is right here.
Oh,
It's right here. Yeah.
thank you.
It's a lightning charger too, so it's.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I actually use one of those AC outlet converters,
Oh, do you?
and it's plugged into the lightning the block,
Uh-huh.
so it should be a fast charger.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'll get a. Got you for American Terminal 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terminal 5, yeah. You drive over there often?
Oh yeah.
My flight's at 10:40.
Okay.
Say I'll get there at 9:41. Think I'll be okay?
As long as you can get through the
Yeah, that should be okay.
pre-check and all that.
Yeah, I've already checked in, so
Yeah, just walk straight through. Just use the normal lines.
yeah.
Yeah, you should be fine. I mean, that's it. You don't have a check-in. That's a carry-on, right? It should
Yeah,
it
so you have
fits.
to carry on. Yeah.
Then
And I've already checked into my flight, so
you have a boarding pass already, and
I do have a boarding
Yeah,
pass.
then you're probably as good. Yeah, just when your group is called, right? You just go.
Yeah, yeah. I should be okay.
What time is that's the boarding time? Is 10:40?
No, it actually says when it leaves.
Oh,
So boarding, I'm assuming is what, 10:20 maybe?
okay.
But I think I'm one of the last ones to get on.
So you'll get to it says the terminal by 9:45.
Yeah.
You'll get dropped off right there by the front.
So that means I'll have an hour until it takes off.
Well, is that you said? Yeah. But once you get to the front, you have an hour until it takes off. Yeah,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, so I should be.
Yeah, I should be fine. Yeah, you know how to check the driver statistics on the Uber app.
No.
You're on the
I'm on
rider
Uber right now.
Yeah, so there's a picture on the bottom of the driver, and like the car that they're in, right? And you can usually tap that, and usually it brings up, or you can like slide it up or whatever, and it brings up like the driver's like history, like the amount of like rides they've given. So you can kind of see, you get an idea of like the experience of the driver by how many rides they've given.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you know
Oh, okay. So you're original, huh?
that's me. Yep.
Uber Pro Diamond.
Yeah. So 7,000. What is it now? 300 trips.
You've driven that many times?
Trips on just on the Uber platform.
Wow, that's a lot of trips.
Yeah, it's over like what? It'll be 6 years in July. It's like 2017. So yeah, I mean, there's some guys that do it more. It's crazy. Like there's actually guys that are dedicated full time. Like that's all they do. Those guys have like a really high. I'll be interested to learn like who's got like what are the top, like 100 numbers, like how many rides like they've given. Like I'd be interested to see. 'Cause I'm sure there's guys out there that I have like, like maybe they're touching like hundreds of thousands of rides already.
Private mobile DJ?
Yeah, yeah. So I do
DJ parties?
birthdays. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
weddings, private events. So like karaoke type setups or anything, just like business announcements. Like sometimes if you're a corporation, you want to just hire somebody to just come in there, set up sound,
Yeah.
for a conference or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then
Oh, so you're good with electronics as well. Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that.
Interesting.
And I'm a notary, so you see my sticker. I'm a notary public.
Yeah. Cool, man. 5 years of Uber, 3,000 5-star trip service. Yeah. Late night hero, huh?
Yeah, back in the day, like when I first started out doing Uber, there was I thought like I had kind of try to gather data, so I was strategizing like, so what's it like? I thought maybe like there's more surges at nighttime,
Yeah.
like when people like get out of 2 o'clock clubs or whatever bars.
Uh huh.
It is true, it is,
Uh-huh.
but the risk versus reward is actually it's not that great. You know what I
Not
mean?
that
Like,
great, huh?
I mean, you most nights you can be like fine, but it's the one time that someone just yaks it in your car,
Uh-huh.
and you don't find it until the next day because they didn't make a sound, but they made a mess back there, like in the back row.
Oh, yeah?
You're like, damn it, like and then now you gotta spend half your morning trying to clean it up
Gotta
before you
clean
can
it
give
up,
your first ride, and then try to make sure the smell doesn't.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Man, boy, was that.
So you've seen some stuff, huh?
Yeah, I've heard of worse things.
Yeah.
And thank goodness. I've probably seen the milder stuff of the weird and crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
So that's good. Yeah, that haven't really got to experience crazy stuff.
Well, the craziest was, and did involve some physical abuse by a rider.
Or two.
Toward me.
Or two?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, this girl. It was a crazy story.
uh-huh.
So I had a Ford Escape. It's
Okay.
a 2008. It's a pretty smaller car,
Yeah,
right?
small, yeah.
So there was two couples, and there's I think so the lady was in the middle, the boyfriend was on the other side.
Yeah.
One boyfriend was here, and then the girlfriend was here.
Uh-huh.
And the girlfriend, I don't know, didn't seem like they were just drunk, right?
More to it, huh?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like she started having this conversation with me, like it was just like bizarre, like
Yeah.
just weird. Like, wait, that doesn't seem like a normal conversation, right? So like, it came to a point where like uh, she cocked her hand back, and I saw it in my peripheral.
Yeah, yeah.
And she just like I had a hat similar to this kind of hat.
Uh-huh.
So just bam, like three
No
times.
reason, like just
random.
feeling like,
Yeah, it's random. Yeah, after like because now I was like, okay, okay, ma'am, that's not called for. I'm not sure why you did that. But
yeah.
it's like, and then she said, you look like you're wearing a hat that needs to be hit. I'm like,
Oh my God.
I don't know, LSD. I don't know. I don't know what that was, but
Something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but so that wasn't like that wasn't it. That wasn't the deal breaker yet.
Uh-huh.
She was like, I was just trying to reason with her what I was like. Okay, what's going on in your head?
Yeah.
And then she goes to say like, well, you're not called for. You're a mother effer. Like that. That's what she like
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Like after all that, like you're the one that hit me, and now you're calling me that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Are you from Long Beach?
Not really. Well, I'm from LA, like the South Central
Okay.
part of it, but I live in Long Beach.
Well, there's like a Blue Line station right there.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
With like on Wardlow. There's always usually like a squad car hanging out there. And I guess there's
Okay.
usually like stuff that goes down there. So that's why there's a guy hanging out there. So we were coming from downtown Long Beach, like Sergeant Pepper's or whatever, and we were coming by that area when that happened, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking this exit. It just so happens it was like the right exit to exit where the station, the blue line was, Wardlow, and then it was like, all right, you know what, guys, just get out. I'll just let this go.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, like, I didn't want to deal with the paperwork involving this. I mean, yeah, I could have been like, could have got them in trouble, could have been, whatever. There could have been some college kids, just whatever, having a good time, but kind of went a little too far, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what, just just get out. You know what I mean? Like, look, there's a cop, there's a police officer right there. Just go. Let's not make a big deal.
I wonder if they gave you a rating.
Yeah, what's funny? So it was the girl, that was her account. It wasn't even them.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the couple, the other couple. They were just kind of tagged along.
Uh-huh.
And she was the one apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I guess I was fine. You know what? I let it go. So I think, yeah, she didn't rate me any lower.
Yeah.
Because, it was like,
how could she?
in the moment,
Driving, and this one's just wailing on you. Yeah, calling you names. So I'm assuming that the entire car was intoxicated or
They came from the bar. I can only assume.
Her, huh?
I mean, I can only assume they came from the bar. They had some drinks.
Yeah.
Either this one girl thought it'd be funny to take some mushrooms or some acid or whatever, and didn't tell the group, or like, look, it's like the boyfriend in the back was like, when she started doing that, she's like, babe, stop, babe, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he didn't know. The girlfriend's more outgoing, like talkative, so she sat in the front.
Wow, man. That's a crazy one there, though.
Yeah, that would qualify that one to be.
That qualified that.
Yeah, the most I've dealt with on a ride.
And how long have you had this? What is this, Sienna, right?
Yeah, the Sienna. I started using it, driving it. You could say in 2019.
2019. Okay.
I started driving it. Well, I stopped during the pandemic. 2020 and 21, for the most part, was like, standstill.
Okay.
Yeah. I took the money. They give the independent contractors unemployment.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, yeah, you know what?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
My daughter was 3 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what?
It helped, huh?
You only live once, right? It's like, you know what?
It helped,
Yeah. So I could enjoy being with my daughter. She's 6 now. I have my 2 boys. I have a 14 and a 9. So,
is that right?
But they were doing like the Zoom school.
Yeah, like school from home. Yeah, like
Yeah. For a year and a half.
I mean, it was a rough, like, what, year and a half, 2 years, or
Almost 2 years. Yeah,
2 years,
almost
right?
2 years.
Pandemic, right? I mean, I think people are still like getting it. You know what? I've never got it, man. Just to share that with you.
That's good. That's good.
Never got it, man. I was so lucky enough to, I always protected myself, during that time. And it was only one of my daughters got it, but we just had her like quarantine.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like 4 or 5 days, and no one else.
That
was a good thing.
we all got it.
We always had masks. We always had COVID tests and hand sanitizer. So we had the essentials that we needed to kind of keep us protected.
That's good. That's good. And that's how would you rate your? I guess you could say your health regimen.
To be honest with you, man, before pandemic, I was running, working out, and stuff like that.
Okay, so you do that. Okay, good.
I was doing that before.
Well, like
You know
you
what?
do it
I'm gonna
out,
tell
you
you-
do it outside more. Like you said, you run and
Yeah,
you what
I would,
else?
well, in my garage I have like a home gym.
Okay.
So I would go in my garage. I'll be there almost every day, man, just to kind of get an hour and a half in. And now that, so I want to say about a year and a half ago, that's kind of when I stopped. And I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on a trip. I took a trip to Miami, and yeah, man, it hasn't been the same since I got back. I wasn't eating right. I was drinking. I was going with my wife, right? It was just, it just kind of threw me off, man. That trip threw me off, and I haven't been the same since. But although it's easy for me to get back because I just run. I
Okay.
run miles and miles, right?
Yeah.
I get back to my old self,
Yeah. That's
So
that's
it doesn't take long for me to start seeing results, So
You run outside?
I run. Yeah, there's a I don't know if you noticed that there was like it's called Shittick Field.
Yeah.
Where I live, right there. That's a track and field. They play football. So I would go there, or sometimes I would just go all the way like a mile or two and just run up the hill.
Cool. You know why there's a very strong indicator now that they've done more research and more studies, right?
Uh-huh.
That vitamin D, which is what you get from being outside, right, from the sun, right?
Yeah.
That's a big, basically, like just big blocker of like viruses.
Oh, is that right?
So like yeah,
So being outside.
yeah, so being outside, getting vitamin D, to basically, I presume that you're either wearing short sleeve or sleeveless shirts, so you're getting a lot of sun all over your shoulders,
Uh-huh.
right? So you're wearing shorts, so you get them on your legs too, so you're absorbing a lot of vitamin D.
And you know what? I like playing sports.
Yeah.
I like to go to the park and play basketball.
If you're outside, yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, I'm an outdoor person.
You gotta
I don't like being in town.
that saved you in the sense that when you're physically active, which means that your body goes through a lot of cycles of like water flushing out cycles. Yeah. So that's also another indicator that what I mean. Like if you were to be your body has a higher resistance to like viral loads and bacterial loads.
I agree. 'Cause I think, and you know what? I rarely get
Very good.
sick. Like I rarely get sick, but when I get sick, I get sick. But I rarely get sick.
You do need like cold plunge or saunas. Well,
I don't.
Have you thought about adding a cold shower regimen to your
cold shower?
Yeah,
I've
so
heard that's good for you.
yeah, so for the last 5 years of my life, I've only done cold. So I don't have a sauna anywhere. I don't have a gym that has a sauna. I would do it too, but the one thing I can control, right, is just the temperature of my shower. So everywhere I go, it's always a cold shower for the last 5 years.
Nothing but cold shower.
Yeah, even in the winter.
Not warm, not nothing.
No, all start to finish. Yeah. So I'm usually bald. Like I shave my head, so I don't have to spend too much time in the shower, right?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
you only need like 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
You don't need constant contact with the cold water, but the fact that you're creating a hermetic shock to your system when you're taking a cold shower, that increases your white blood cell count, which actually helps increase your immune system capacity,
Nice. That's good.
response. So
I
that
learned something new. That's good. Yeah.
I've been doing. When I get sick, like I got the Omicron, but it's a difference between being detected with the virus and then like functionality of like your capacity.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and to the point where you don't like overexert, because overexert, then you're kind of just hurting yourself because it makes you longer to recover. Right. You don't want to overexert. But if you can function with like your brain and like either like you're typing something or you're trying to respond to emails or whatever, be productive in that sense, right?
Yeah.
That's some capacity. It only lasted like it didn't even hit me that hard at all. Like, Omicron was like the mildest, right?
Okay.
So I only felt like that feeling where you're almost about to get sick, but it never hits you to the point where like you can't get up the next morning and be like, oh, I'm good. Like I can get up and walk around, and go about your day, right? So that's how I believe. Like when I got that, and I only got it once. It was just one time. It was after I got my 2 vaccine shots.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. It was no problem,
So you didn't feel
Worked out.
anything like any.
No loss of no loss of like. Actually, the Omicron wasn't. There was no loss of taste, but none of the other symptoms were affecting me in a way where I couldn't be productive.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't function. Yeah, I was able still to go to the gym. I think my wife was like, "You guys should rest." I'm like, I feel great though. Like,
It didn't hit you hard.
I'm like the old school thinking of like, yeah, sweat it out. But I think some people, like some more research is saying that's actually not good either, especially when you're really fatigued.
Yeah.
Like when your body's like you can't get up, like you shouldn't if you're really sick. Like you just
So
don't
I
force.
guess you prepared yourself pretty much how you eat, how you maybe exercise and you cold showers.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
that helped you
It
when
does.
when you got the Omicron, like you said. So
Yeah,
it prepared you. So where you didn't have to maybe get all the symptoms or even where it felt really sick. Like, hey, I feel good. I feel
yeah. Well, in comparison, right, my wife, she actually it kind of stuck around her longer,
uh,
and she did have to kind of like lay down more
Yeah.
than I had to, and we kind of we all got it. The kids were kind of okay. I mean, kids are kids, right? Like they have such strong immune systems when they're so young. Like so they were like playing, they were fine, they're behaving fine. I mean, I guess the appetite was still there actually for them.
Wow. So everyone still has their appetite.
Yeah. So, but like, yeah, I think for the most part, as mild as it was, so I think also like my wife had more to stress about over, so I think maybe that can affected her a little
That
bit.
factor into it.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. 'Cause I think it's just like, but it was like beginning of 22. Yeah, the beginning of 22.
2022.
Yeah, that like we got it like on New Year's Day.
Oh, shoot.
The
Were you around a
Omicron.
lot of people or family members?
Yeah, we went snowboarding.
Oh.
I don't know if it might have been there, but yeah, we went snowboarding on New Year's Day. And then
That's
like,
pretty cool.
yeah, it's fun. It's
Pretty cool.
usually very light. Like that's if you want to go, if you ever want to go snow sports, like go to the skiing, snowboarding.
Yeah.
Usually like New Year's Day is the best because people drink so much and like it makes the crowds like occur less at the slopes. It results that way, I guess.
I love the snow. I love it. Man.
Do you do any snowboarding or
Well,
or
no,
skiing?
honestly, I haven't tried it, but I just to be around the snow. This year we went in January. We went to not Big Bear, but it's a city called Running Springs.
Yeah, oh yeah. We go to Snow Valley.
Yeah, it's a Running Springs. We go. We try to go every year. Beautiful, man. We just love it. Take the kids there. We get an Airbnb. It's just amazing. We all love the snow. We do a lot of snow fights stuff. But
Yeah.
to like what you mentioned, I would love to go snowboarding or any kind
You
of
just gotta do it. Our kids are my kid. We started taking him. So he's 14. He's 15 now. He's turned 15. When he was 2 years old, we took him. I have a 9-year-old boy, 2 boys. We took him when he was like 3 years old, and then our daughter, who's now 6, took her when she was 3. We just had like older gear, of course, hand me downs, right, and all that.
Yeah.
But we kept our gear from like 2006. So we kind of we go like twice or 3 times a year, but buying the gear and having it,
It's expensive, right?
it can be expensive when you first get it. So we
Yeah.
try to go to like garage sales and like
Yeah,
buy the used, like they get like 10, 15 bucks sometimes.
Yeah.
And they're still in good condition because they don't get to go because they buy it thinking they're gonna go, and then they're like, oh man, we don't get to go, so now it's taking space.
Yeah.
And then you pick up a deal. So we're like, oh shoot.
Yeah, same thing happened with me with my kids. I picked up a deal. I in the city of Southgate. It looked like a little small shop, and they had all kinds of snow gear.
Yeah.
So I had a really good deal. Yeah, you're right.
Just find those like the only thing I would say you want to pay for because it really matters the most for comfort is like the boots.
Boots.
Yeah, you wanna get like your size, fitted for you.
Yeah.
Like the 32 brand my wife used to work for the corporate company Soul Tech, and there's 32 boots. Actually, are real nice because you can get. Well, I think there's a few of them that do this now too. But what they'll do when you buy them is that they'll heat it up, and there's a gel product inside that once it's heated up, and then you put your foot in there, and you walk around for like 5 minutes, then it molds to your foot.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so I think that's worth it. Like if you're gonna buy something, try to buy it like end of season or out of season. Usually that's the best deals, right?
That's the best time, right? Yeah.
Before the new season starts, before the new stuff comes out, or at the end of the season where they're trying to get rid of the stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't know the brand of the boots that I have, but they're really nice boots. I got a good deal.
For snowboarding?
Just
or just the snow boots. Okay,
yeah,
got it. Yeah,
yeah. Insulated inside, and it does the job. The first year we went, I don't know what I was thinking, man. We were just all wearing like
sneakers. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were wearing regular shoes, tennis shoes. We had sweats on, we just aired up, and
it's all good, man. It's called being human. It's
I learned my lesson, man.
Live and learn.
The next year I went prepared, and that's when I had to,
it's important to
spend some money.
Yeah.
But we still have the gear, as you said, pass it on down to the next person. So it all worked out, man. I'm glad we did, because that first year was not good. But yeah, we love going to snow, man. We love it.
It's a blessing, man. Like I really feel like we're fortunate to be able to like take our kids snowboarding.
Yeah.
Like Tahoe, we went to Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe?
Yeah. So there's so many resorts there.
Yeah.
And then my mom has a timeshare, and you can convert the timeshare to another location.
Yeah.
And so we did that. It's like
You know what? I still haven't taken advantage of that. Of the timeshare. I have one. I just got it last year.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna look into it. I want to go. We love going to resorts. Like we love going out.
You just book it. You know what you got to do actually, right? The reason why you almost have to kind of just play the roulette with it, because a lot of times you have to book out like 18 months.
18 months ahead, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you just gotta like, if the kids have to miss school, you know what I mean? Like, make
Take
sure
advantage of that, right? Because you're paying each month, so you might as well.
Yeah. If you're paying for that, it's like you gotta like, just like you gotta force yourself to save money, you gotta force yourself to take vacations, especially when you have a timeshare.
That is true. That's true.
especially when you have a timeshare, because then you're paying the maintenance fees year after year, and if you don't use it, you might
you have to use it.
Yeah,
if not,
you'll lose it.
Just giving away money.
Yeah, you lose it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But no, we love taking trips. We'll take like an adult trip, and then we'll take kids. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that's definitely that's a good idea. Yeah, we did the family trip recently. We did a Disney cruise.
Where?
Disney cruise.
Disney. Oh my
from
God,
San Diego to Cabo.
Oh my God, I heard that's amazing.
4 nights, man. It was pretty solid. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
I mean, top notch.
Oh man, yeah. My sister-in-law went to one of those cruises, and she said it was amazing. I don't know if it was a 5-7 day. I can't remember how many days, but she said it was just.
Yeah, there's a 4, 5, and 7. There's a 4, 5, and a 7.
Everything.
Yeah, you can't complain. They make it very hard for you to complain on the cruise. Like they really everything is kept up.
Yeah.
They do a great job, making the ship look maintained.
Yeah. Entertainment. They even have
they got
club, right?
Unlimited, so there's so much to do. You can't do them all.
Yeah.
And there's dude, they had a Frozen live, like a musical.
Yeah.
That shit was legit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, amazing. Like it was,
They even had Disney characters, right, walking around, or.
Yeah. You can take pictures with all kinds of characters. They're there's two ways. There's actually you have the character like you can like see and touch and like give a hug to, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they have ones where it's like CG, where like they just like add it to the scenario.
Uh-huh.
So it's like an added character.
Oh, shit.
So like there's, and then they get you, man. They get you. It's even
They
the
get
digital photos. Like,
Yeah.
like it's $20 a photo,
How much?
no matter what. $20 a photo, where you
20
get.
bucks a photo.
So you can either get it printed out
Uh-huh.
for $20, or you can get the digital copy for $20
Yeah,
bucks. And then you need like if you get a print,
Uh-huh.
like you don't automatically get the digital copy.
Oh, man. Yeah, they get you.
Nickel and dime.
Yeah, that's how they
Disney,
get you.
man. But hey, like I said, like the
But
top
it's
notch
worth
experience.
it, right?
It's
It's worth it. We definitely want to go on it. We were
Yeah.
talking about that recently. To be honest with you.
yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Like so, just to give you a comparison, dollars for dollars, right? Five of us was my wife and I, three kids.
Yeah.
It was like 74, like before getting on the ship.
Okay.
74, and then I think after we got off the ship, there was another like gratuities and like merch,
Uh-huh.
like extras, whatever,
Yeah,
right? I don't know, like 400, 500, under five for sure. So like,
An additional $400-$500?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like on cruise.
So you went 8.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, for five, for
Uh-huh.
family of five. 4 nights.
Okay.
Food. Now, if you're a drinker, there's no such thing as like a drink, like unlimited drinking, because
Uh-huh.
there's no casino, and then there's no unlimited drinking.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for all your drinks.
You gotta pay for all your drinks.
Or what they allow you to do is they allow you to bring a 6-pack,
Oh, is that right?
2 6-packs per person, or 2 bottles of wine per person.
They allowed you to bring 2 6-packs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a 1 6-pack, 1 6-pack, or 2 bottles of wine. Yeah, so 1
But it has to
6-pack.
be wine?
Yeah, it has to be wine. No,
Yeah.
no liquor.
No hard liquor,
No hard
yeah.
liquor. Yeah, but I mean, you know what? To be quite honest, they weren't very like strict on the. I mean, I'm sure because they pass it all through metal detectors or like
Yeah.
the X-ray or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, they didn't open anything. There was no like sniffers, dog sniffers or
Yeah,
anything. So I mean,
Wow.
if you had a shape of like a water bottle and you had like liquor in it, probably couldn't tell.
They couldn't. Yeah.
Someone's done reek.
Yeah. You know what?
Like-
my sister-in-law went to that. I want to say about a year or two ago. Oh, 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh man, she was raving about it. She was sending us pictures, and I started
Yeah.
seeing the Disney characters. And I want to say so. It's a family. There's a family of 5 with her as well.
Yeah.
I want to say she spends about the same amount that you did.
It's
The same amount. I think that number sounds from 74, 7,500, somewhere around there is what she mentioned. So when you said it, it's like, oh shoot, yeah, she said that's kind of the same price. So like, oh man, she was just like, want to do it again, and
Yeah, then that's how they introduce you to the Disney Vacation Club.
Yeah. Disney Vacation Club.
It's basically a Disney timeshare.
Yeah.
The simplest.
Oh, they try to get you that, or
Well, I mean, they're not like proactive in like prospecting on your, but it's there on the ship.
Yeah.
It's there front and center. Like you walk by it all the time,
all the time. Yeah.
But there's like
That's
4 or 5
their
people there.
marketing. That's their marketing.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey, so what is this Disney
Yeah.
Vacation Club? I mean, there's someone's gonna ask. I mean, they don't. It's not intrusive. They're just wall, like wallflowers.
Uh-huh.
Flies on the wall. It's waiting for people to talk to them.
Yeah. So they're ready, right? When someone is interested. Like,
Oh yeah.
Hey, what about this?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so much. How much does it cost? You know what I mean? Like they're like Venus traps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready
man.
to get you, man.
Would you guys want to go again, or?
Oh yeah. No, yeah. We'd love to go again. I think we'd like to do the Florida one this time.
Oh,
Check that one out.
yeah.
Or if there's another place we go on the West Coast, that'd be cool too.
Where?
I don't know where else it goes. My wife did everything, so I honestly it was like one of those like okay, fine, tell me the date and I'll show up kind of thing. Like
So the wife is the one who plans stuff, and we're the ones that pay.
right?
That's how that works, man.
Yeah, I
We
mean
pay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works. That's what I would do. No, but
I'm
it's
with
all
you on
good.
that. Yeah, no,
It's all good. You know, you're creating memories. You know, with
exactly
your loved
right.
ones.
You have kids too?
Yeah, I have kids,
How
man.
many? How many? How many you got?
Man, it's hard to count now.
Dang,
No,
busy.
man, I have living with me. Um,
Yeah, care for like
yeah,
kids that we care for. I
yeah.
guess
Shoot, man, I would say
minors.
seven,
That's a lot,
seven.
bro.
Yeah,
Wow.
my youngest is 3. I have a 9-year-old. You know, and I have some teenagers that are going to that are in high school, and a couple that are working.
Oh,
There's
wow.
still teenagers that are working that
Wow.
just graduated high school.
You look fairly young. You
Yeah,
must
man.
have.
I mean, you know, it started early. Yeah. So
That's amazing, man. That's a blessing, man. All of them
that
are.
is a blessing, man. That's a blessing. You know?
Count
So,
yourself like in the world of declining population, man. You know
uh-huh.
the man who has the most kids is king, man. I think. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you know.
I got 3. You have 7. Jeez,
Yeah, yeah.
that living with you.
Exactly. You know, but you know, two of them, like I said, they're working, so they're always working, and they're going to school, so they're doing real good, man. I'm real proud of them. They're doing real
It's
good.
awesome, man. That's a great feeling.
It wasn't like that, you know, in the beginning because we were going to school a lot in the grade, but they got their stuff together. We're able to graduate and go to school, college, and they're working, so it's going really good for them too. They're both one is 18, one is 19.
Okay.
You know, and they're doing really good.
What do you think was the biggest factor in the push to like to kind of
I think because we're very proactive as parents.
okay?
So as soon as we get that phone call or we see grades that are slipping,
Uh huh.
we'll
Okay.
schedule a point. We'll schedule a meeting with the counselors and things like that. And I think to answer your question, just be like engaged. When you're
Okay.
engaged they weren't doing so well their senior year. They were like they were kind of how can I say they were struggling, and then we were able to get them tutors. We were able to get additional classes during summer, and we pushed them to that push. I think is what that's how they graduated because of the push.
So
If not, like, they
support.
would have just been, huh?
How was your support system like? Were you more like reassuring? You were just like okay, kind of, or was it more like hey, you got to do this or else?
Yeah, I think a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I think we had to put on a lot of hats, man. You know, motivational. We motivated them, and we let them know, like, hey, look, your education is very important. This is just step one, right? We're not obviously we don't want to just say, hey, high school's it, and just so we want to continue to encourage.
Okay.
It's totally up to them, but we have to encourage them, and then we're just giving them, how can I say, we're giving them examples, right? Like, hey, look, this is a number. We even pulled out numbers. Those
Okay.
that are high school, I can't remember the number, but those graduated high school and those that went out to school and college and graduated, they earned more in their careers. And I could say that both of my girls, they're about getting their money and saving. So
That's
I think
tough.
that,
Yeah.
that kind of made
It's
the
important.
light turn on. So
It's very important.
and they even told us, hey, we're so happy that you guys pushed us, and now we're seeing what you guys are talking about. And so yeah, man, it was just
Okay.
it's never perfect, right? It's always got their bumps in the road, and we were able to kind of be there during those bumps in the roads with them and encourage them, motivated them. We got on them tough as well. We weren't everything's green, right? We got
Yeah.
on them
Yeah.
tough,
Yeah. No, yeah.
and I give it to them because we give them the information and we take them to school. And we do everything we do on our end, but it has to be they have to participate as well, right? They have to do
Right.
their part. Yeah, man, I'm very proud of that. That
That's
it turned
awesome.
out that way. Good. Same thing is going on with my 2 high school kids right now too. One of them I have to push more than the other. The other one is cutting hair. He's a junior and he's cutting hair after school.
Huh.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's saving his money.
Wow.
His grades are good. He's into sports. So yeah. Other daughter is the one I need to top of the line or for this and on top of that. Yeah, man. It's going. all
Yeah,
the kids, but we're making it happen.
yeah, I'm curious because I got my 15-year-old, and I guess he's doing well.
Uh-huh.
He's in volleyball.
Good.
His last semester report card was a high honor roll, so
Oh man, nice.
he's doing
That's
well.
good, man. Yeah.
So I think I guess you said, like, I think for me the biggest factor there was I I myself in school. I honestly remember, like, I had my mom and my dad had to do nothing
Uh-huh.
to get me to do it. Like, I enjoyed school.
You enjoy it?
I enjoyed it, and I did all the activities. I preferred things over others. So I
Uh-huh.
hope that transfers to my son, my oldest. I think
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I mean, he's going in the right. He's going in the right direction. But he's on the road.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going,
And then my 9-year-old, my son, he's going to be in 5th grade, and they actually just they made him eligible to be part of the gifted and talented
gifted program.
Yeah, the gifted program. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's cool. I'm happy that he's
Yeah.
so that's good stuff. That he's
Yeah. There's nothing better than when you're like the kids. They love to go to school and they like to learn.
Yeah.
They like to,
Yeah.
They ask questions. And, oh yeah, man.
It's funny too. Like, there's days like my 6-year-old would be like, oh, like, there's, like, she'll be sad when there isn't school. Like, oh, there's no school today. Oh, like,
yeah.
give that little, oh, and then, like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
like,
my little ones are like that. They're like that.
like,
There's no school. But
they're a little sad. But
yeah, I'm gonna put this back.
oh yeah, here I got it. Yeah, good. Just leave it there. I'll roll it up.
It's a job, man. It's a job.
Yeah, got
That's
you.
good, man. There's nothing like family,
Absolutely, man.
right?
It's a blessing,
And,
and
yeah, the blessings, and you gotta count some blessings.
we learn, and it's like,
Everyone's doing good, kids are healthy. We're both working. So
Yeah.
it's good, man.
a good thing that, like, actually, it also fulfills a biological void for us as males.
Yeah.
In general, and I mean this. I mean to say that, like, biological males. All right, so just
Yeah.
the ones that choose to be male and the want to carry out those qualities.
The duties.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
duties, right? So yeah, and it feels great, to raise children. But yeah, there's the challenges.
There's challenges, but there's satisfaction
Yeah.
of that. What you're like your guidance and what you're kind of it is rubbing off on them,
Right.
and they are making smart decisions. So that's what we all want, man.
Yeah, I think for me, and I'm sure some people can relate to this too. Just, it lights up that other part of your brain that you wouldn't have otherwise if you didn't.
Yeah. True.
You
Yeah.
know, there's a part of it that's
Yeah.
like, that can never be turned on if you don't go through that process
Exactly.
of raising a
Absolutely
child.
right. Absolutely right, man. It was a pleasure, man.
Yeah, pleasure as well. Oh yeah.